in school, a lot of us suffered from rape and molestation from the police and others. And in gym class, they taught us to lose weight by doing abdominal crunches using a mat and doing about 500 to 1,000 repetitions. The damage they did to my back made it kind of hard to do it on a mat without hurting myself and being very sore afterwards. But in the pool, I found a nifty way to do the same thing and get the same results. An article titled Immediate Effects of Abdominal Exercises on Hemodynamic Responses in Healthy Young Adults, an experimental study. It quotes, when the body engages in exercise training regularly, each of these physiologic symptoms undergoes specific adaptations that increase the body's efficiency and capacity. Exercise training programs require changes in the neural, cardiovascular, and autonomic nervous system control that are unique to the person and their surroundings. They said I suffered a lot of damage to my body because of abuse as a child. I had high blood pressure, high sugar. I weighed over 300 pounds. And I had damage to my back, and I wasn't growing hair in all places and losing hair in other places. But with help of doctors and others, I found a way to combat that by exercising. And they said the most important place to lose weight was in my stomach because that is where most of the damage was done. Since I've been working out, I've lowered my blood pressure, my sugar. I've lost 130 pounds. I stopped losing hair, and it's been very good for me. I think it would be good for anyone to try it. My mother worked out for 4 months last summer and lost 30 pounds using the same program. It's important to remember when doing this to relax, stretch, keep yourself on balance. Move at an even pace, do the whole amount of the repetitions, and rest afterwards. According to an article in Reproductive Health magazine, the great majority of the participants consider the practice of water aerobics to benefit them in some way. The first thing to do when you get ready and get started is to relax and stretch. When I get into the pool, I like to walk a lap around the shallow end or two to loosen up my muscles. I also like to bend my leg back behind my back and touch it with my opposite hand. Hold it there for about 10 to 15 seconds and repeat with the opposite leg and the opposite hand around my back and bending my knees to stretch out. And when I first get on my back and do the back floating, I kind of do some movements like if you're making a snow angel or doing jumping jacks on the ground, just kind of stretch out my arms and legs. And it's important to get a balance where you're not going to be throwing water in your face when you're swimming. So I like to bend down around the hips, kind of angle down, keep my head above water, make kind of like a V. My butt's kind of indented in the water, and then my legs are kind of down beneath my butt, maybe more of a diagonal line than a V. And once got the balance straight, then it's okay to start exercising. If I lift my knees up, try to reach up to my chest. Get used to it, may want to hold it there, and then let them back down. I do this about 500 times, 3 days a week. I've been doing it for 6 years. Recently, I started doing it more often and doing more repetitions. But I wouldn't recommend doing that in the beginning because it could be bad for my health to, or anyone's health to exercise too much when you haven't exercised at all. Sometimes I move my arms out from side to side to keep the balance in the water and try not to throw it in my face. In the picture, I have my knees exposed from the water. More often, I just keep my head up and angle the rest of my body downward. And even when I lift my knees up, they're still underwater. And try to move at an even pace. It's important that you get the whole workout done because doing less than the prescribed amount doing less than 500 wouldn't really do much as far as weight loss and overall health. According to an article in Quality of Life Research, water exercise intervention at a day service facility improved participants' health-related quality of life for 6 months by improving exercise habits and activities of daily living disability. When I'm done in the pool, after I've done my 500 and now I've done my 1,000, I do another exercise where standing up, I walk out to about where it's chest deep, and then I do some jumps, about 50 of them, maybe it's more of I just kind of throw my legs up more than I jump, or I pull my legs up to my chest, kind of make like a cannonball movement, and do about 50 of those. And that helps less losing weight, but it gets my heart rate going and improves my overall health. Weak abdominal muscles are a cause of bad posture and may be a predisposing factor in chronic lower back pain, whereas strong abdominal muscles contribute to the support and posture of the body. Like I said, since I've been working out, I've lost over 130 pounds, and my blood pressure has gone down to an athlete's level. My sugar has gone down, no longer at risk for diabetes. And even though I'm still on medication, my pulse is my resting pulse rate is down to a healthy level, and all of my other blood tests are doing fine too. So I think it would work for anyone who wants to lose weight or get healthier to do the crunches in the pool by laying on their back and lifting their knees up. It's kind of an opposite or reverse of a crunch being on the mats, where you lift your back up and keep your feet at rest. Here you keep your back at rest and lift your feet up. And when exercising, it's important to remember to stretch, balance, move at an even pace, do the whole amount, and rest afterwards.